Jon Whiteman from CIL. You hear a lot about due diligence providers, especially when a PE transaction closes, but when is it exactly that you first get involved in a deal?
Well, actually, we can support through the whole life cycle of private equity ownership. At the very beginning, when private equity buy a business, we can support with commercial due diligence on the way in, but then support the business as it develops and grows over the hold period. And that can be anything from helping them enter new geographies through to pricing analysis. So it could be that we're working with a company or a private equity client 10 years before a deal actually happens. But also they could call us up on a Friday saying they've just got exclusivity and want us to start our work on Monday.
And how has your market evolved, both the private equity market and especially in relation to commercial due diligence?
I've been in this industry for about 20 years now, and it's changed quite a lot. So private equity as an asset class has become more sophisticated, but also more competitive. And the commercial due diligence requirements have changed alongside that. Our clients are being asked to pay 10, 15, sometimes 20 times EBITDA multiple. And to be able to make that decision to invest in the company, they need real conviction. And so we have to help them understand, firstly, what those risks are, but what the opportunities are as well. I think a good example is just the other day, one of our clients said to me, to be able to pay the price that we have to pay to buy this asset, we need to believe more than just the management business plan. And it's up to you to help us identify those opportunities for growth.
It's obviously been a very challenging time for many people, especially for those people trying to sell a business. Have you had to adapt and adopt new innovative practices at CIL?
So it's true that in middle of March this year, the world changed pretty fundamentally and deal activity dropped significantly as private equity focused on their portfolio. And we pivoted and spent a lot of time working with them, helping them understand the near-term impact of COVID, but also what the new normal might look like for businesses going forward.
And does your involvement with a company typically end when a transaction closes, or are there examples where you have an ongoing relationship?
A good example is Aston Barclay. So in 2017, we supported Rutland Partners with the investment in Aston Barclay. It's the third largest car auction company in the UK. And then from there, a year later, we helped them with a bolt-on transaction. They were entering into an adjacency, and we supported with commercial due diligence to help them understand that part of the market. And then since then, and more recently, we've helped them think about what's happening with customers, how they're changing their buying patterns, what's changed post-COVID, and what the landscape's going to be going forward. And that's all been feeding into their business planning and strategic focus.
And lastly, I know you recently published your 360 index. What was the overriding sentiment and outlook?
Well, I think it's fair to say that there's been a significant dent in confidence, although that's come back quite strongly. And the sentiment right now is better than it was 12 months ago. 12 months ago, you had Brexit uncertainty, you had a weak government. And actually that caused more concern for investors than the place we're at now. So I think long term, we're really positive going forward.
Jon Whiteman from CIL, thank you very much.
Thank you.